Hi, welcome to another Human Resources Thursday. I'm Jackie Bailey, and this is Navigating Your Fishbowl. One of the most common questions that comes up in regard to employment law and human resources management is about continuing education. And no wonder that it's such a confusing subject, because the law itself is written in a somewhat confusing and misleading way. Employers wonder, do I pay for continuing education courses? Do I not pay for continuing education courses? And it has been a historical conversation as long as I've been in the business. So I'm here to tell you that there are 4 criteria that, if all 4 are met, you as an employer do not have to pay an employee to attend a lecture, workshop, or any other type of training for continuing education. First, if it is on the initiative of the employee, meaning you are not sending them there, but the employee wants to go on their own, and the employee is going on a day other than a regular work day, so maybe a Saturday, for instance, and the work is not directly related to the employee's job description, and there's no productive work going on during the training. If all 4 of those criteria are met, you as an employer do not have to pay for continuing education. Also, if you have a dental hygienist as an employee or a licensed practical nurse that are required to have continuing education for their licensing or their certification process, then you are not obligated to pay for that continuing education either. That means that as an employer, if not all 4 of those criteria are met, if only 3 of them are met or 2 of them, then you will have to pay for continuing education. And if that happens and it exceeds the state or federal requirement or regulation for a work week, for instance, if it goes over 40 hours, then you may have to pay overtime as well for non-exempt employees. That being said, you can send an employee to a continuing education course with a different capacity work rate in pay, meaning there can be a separate straight time rate of pay for dissimilar types of work in the same work week. If you are to do that, you must know that you have to meet or exceed minimum state, federal wage requirements, and you should have in writing an agreement with your employee that this will be their overtime pay will be on this special rate, which also means that you as the employer are going to have to keep meticulous records to make sure that all the what's, whys, and hows are included and thoroughly documented. But it's really worth it, because continuing education is not only an advantage to you as the employer, but it makes for better employees. And sending your employees to courses that will improve their efficiency and effectiveness in your practice is going to make for a more successful and profitable practice for you. So I suggest that you continue with the idea of self-improvement with your employees and teaching and training them, and just know what your obligations are, and talk to me if you have any questions. You can also contact my good friends at Bent Erickson and Associates. They are a leading human resources management firm and employment law compliance firm, and they can help you out with those questions as well. Please go to my blog at Navigating Your Fishbowl and let me know if you have any comments or questions. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.